get that shoulder action popping for y'all. I wish I had some like body lava or some glitter. Couldn't tell me nothing. Let me stop playing with y'all. What's up, you guys? Today's video is going to be my very first get ready with me, and I'm so excited. The reason why this is my very first get ready with me is because I've always wanted to film one, but I never really have anywhere to go, so I never really saw the point of it. But I figured all of that doesn't really matter. I think it's important that I just get some type of content out for you guys so you guys can still keep up with me and I can still inspire you guys. Since it's the holidays, I figured I would bring you guys a very holiday-inspired look, thus the very neutral glam makeup, as well as the very easy but cute and elegant type of hairstyle. It's just a puff, I'm just hyping it up, but it's very simple. I like the simplicity of this hair and makeup look together because I'm guilty of being very lazy during the holidays. And it's not lazy because I don't want to be productive. It's just most times it's cold outside and the sun goes down early, and then I just want to eat dessert and watch Christmas movies. And I figure if I feel like that, then there might be some of you guys who feel the exact same way as I do during the holidays. Thus the reason why I brought you guys this very easy and simple and not time-consuming or complicated tutorial. Before we jump right into the video, feel free to give this video a big thumbs up, as well as subscribing to my channel if you are new. And if you are new, what's up? My name is Arianna and welcome to my YouTube channel. Also follow me on all of my social media platforms. The name is going to be somewhere on the screen, as well as the links down below in the description box. Let's just go ahead and jump right into the video. I've already done my brows off camera for two reasons. Reason one, they take like 20 minutes for me to do every time. And reason two, what is reason two? And reason two is that I most times do my brows really up close to the mirror, so if I were to try to film that, it would probably not turn out good, so I just decided to do that off camera. When I tell y'all this is going to be the easiest makeup tutorial ever, I promise you guys it's so easy. The first step is that I'm going to prime my eyes. I normally like to prime my eyes with concealer. I don't have like an eye primer or anything like that. I'm not that advanced with makeup either, so this is just what I like to do. Now I'm taking my Real Technique sponge and I'm just going to spritz that with water. That way I can, you know, blend it. You can either choose to blend with your finger or with a sponge. Honestly, it depends on my mood, but since I'm filming, I want the base to be as smooth as possible, and that's why I'm using the sponge, that's what it's called. The concealer shade that I used is not my highlighting concealer. This is one that I bought, and when I started using it, I realized that it was too light. So I like to use this as my eyeshadow base because the lighter the concealer, it helps the colors pop more. Y'all, this eyeshadow look is so easy. The palette that I'm going to use is my Morphe 350M palette, and this is like one of the first Morphe palettes that everybody was like raving about, as you guys probably know if you guys watch makeup. First step, I'm going to go in with this shade right here. As you guys can see, I'm picking up a lot of the product. This brush is the M514 brush. I'm gonna have everything linked down in the description box. So all I'm doing now is I'm just going in and laying down the color. I'm kind of bringing it up just slightly, like right above my crease. And I'm also bringing it out on the edge, as you can see, and I want it to be kind of like a cat eye look. The second step is that I'm going in with my Sephora Micro Smooth Powder in the color Tan. And I'm gonna use this as a transition color. The brush that I'm using is the Morphe M441 brush, and I like this one because it's a bigger blending brush, as you guys can tell, and it's really great for working out this area. Whew. All I'm doing now is going back and forth between the Morphe color as well as the Sephora color, and I'm just blending out the edge right here so it's like really blended. When I do my makeup, I kind of bounce around from my eyes to my face to my brows. I just do like everything kind of sloppily, and then it all comes together at the end. So now I think what I'm gonna do is start working on my base, and I'm gonna put the concealer under my eyes. And whenever I do my makeup, I don't use a whole lot of product on my face because I've done that before and I always end up looking dead. So I don't like how that looks. So normally I just do a very light layer of everything. And sometimes I use liquid foundation and sometimes I just use a powder foundation. It really just depends on the day. I have this Maybelline Master Primer and it's supposed to blur and smooth the skin. I only have this little bit and I'm just gonna dab it a little bit under my eyes, and I'm probably not even gonna use all of that. Between my sensitive skin and my skin just not liking a whole lot of makeup, I don't like to use a lot of product at all. I believe the concealer that I have is Maybelline Fit Me in the shade Honey, but I am not entirely sure because it's really old and it's almost gone and the name is kind of rubbed off, so I'm not sure if it's Fit Me. I really don't know, but again, all the links will be down below in the description box. Like I said, I don't use a lot of concealer at all. As you guys can see, it's going to be 3 dots on this side and 3 dots on this side. To set my under eye, I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Fit Me pressed powder in the shade Sun Beige. Depending on my mood, if this is just like a neutral everyday glam, I will use the Maybelline Fit Me powder like I'm going to use today. But other times whenever I want like the extra glam or just to be extra in general, I'll use the Makeup Revolution's banana powder. But with that, I kind of have to be careful because I don't like how brightening it is. So a lot of times I'll use it and then I'll have to go behind it with this powder to tone it down. Now that my concealer is set, I want to go back into the Morphe palette and I want to grab that same dark brown shadow that I grabbed the first time. And I'm just gonna start going underneath my eyes, that way it doesn't look so weird, because I don't like it whenever my eyeshadow is only done on the top and not on the bottom. After that, I'm gonna go back in with the Sephora Micro Smooth powder and I'm just gonna blend out the under eye so it doesn't look harsh. The eyes are pretty much done now, so now I'm gonna move back to my face, and this is the point where I would either go in with liquid foundation or I would go in with the foundation powder. And for today, my skin is actually doing okay except for this region down here, and I have this bump right here. But I'm still gonna use a powder foundation today because I'm not in the mood for the heaviness of the liquid foundation. The face powder that I'm gonna use today is the same Sun Beige shade from Maybelline that I used earlier. And I'm just using this e.l.f. complexion brush because it's very big and it's a face brush. And I really just like to go in on the areas where I need it at. This is a very, very light layer, like almost to the point where I'm not even wearing anything. For the places on my face where there's discoloration or something like that, I will go in with either a concealer in my shade or I will go in with a liquid foundation. I can't find my liquid foundation or the concealer in my shade, so I'm just gonna use the same shade that I use underneath my eye. But out here, I'm gonna use a lot more powder, so you won't be able to tell. To contour, I'm going to go into the shade Toffee, and this is another Maybelline Fit Me pressed powder. For my forehead, I'm gonna use the Sephora Micro Smooth powder instead of the shade Toffee because I noticed that Toffee is a little bit too dark for my liking on my forehead. So I just use the Micro Smooth powder because it kind of gives me like a bronzy or tan look, as well as dimension to my face. Bring that forehead down, if you know what I'm saying. I also like to go in underneath my jaw sometimes, especially during the holidays whenever you be eating really, really good. And this just gives me some more definition that I want. I also do go right back over my contour with the Micro Smooth powder because it kind of tones down the Toffee. Normally I would set my face using a setting spray, but I can't find it, so the alternative that I have is Mario Badescu's Skincare Rose Water Spray. And this doesn't set your face, but it kind of just tones down the powdery look. And seeing as how I'm not going anywhere, this is going to be okay for me as far as taking photos. But if you're actually going out and about, I would definitely recommend using a setting spray.
Bruh.
For highlighter, I'm using Fenty Beauty in the shade Hustla Baby. I'm also using an e.l.f. highlighting brush, but as you guys can see, the shape of the brush is a little bit wide, so it can kind of become messy if you don't know how to use the brush. So I just like to pinch it like this and then go right along wherever I want the highlight at. And I also use a very light hand when it comes to highlighter, especially Fenty Beauty highlighter, because it can get out of hand really fast. Once the highlighting on my face is done, I'm gonna go back into the highlighter kit, but I'm going to use a Morphe brush, and this is the brush E36, and I'm just going to put this in my inner corner. Before I do that, I'm gonna spritz it with water, that way the highlighter can pop in this area. For lips, I'm going in with this NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Madeline. And again, this is one of my everyday go-to type makeup looks, but this is also fitting for the holidays because of the fall-ish color on my eyes, but it's still a very, very neutral glam type look. And when it comes to neutral glam, I normally like to stick to just a gloss, no lipstick. I could use a liner, but I don't really feel like it. No liner. To finish off the rest of my face, I'm gonna put on mascara and lashes, but I'm gonna do that off camera. So once I'm done with that, I'm gonna come right back and start on my hair. Oh, I don't wanna. I have no clue what hairstyle I'm about to do. I think I'm just gonna take the easy way out and do a bun. I co-washed my hair yesterday and it's mostly dry. I did end up putting olive oil and some leave-in conditioner on it last night. All I'm gonna do now is go in with some water and re-spritz my hair. To moisturize my hair, I'm gonna use this 100% African shea butter. If you guys didn't know, I am vegan, but I'm also an advocate for all natural products. So like a lot of the soaps that I will use are all natural. I do understand that you can't get away from all of the chemicals that are in hair products as well as makeup products. And for me, what I do is I won't film or I won't wear makeup every single day. That way I can reduce my exposure to whatever chemicals are in the products that I'm using. That low key just took a left turn. It just got a little dark. But I think it's true, and that's something that I don't really talk about on my channel as much because I am a promoter of natural hair. And I do still like a lot of the products that do contain chemicals in them. So whenever I make recommendations on products to use, I just go based off of if it works well in my hair, whether it contains chemicals or it's all natural. But for today, I decided to go the all natural route with my hair since I did just wash it. So that's why I'm using the shea butter today. I finished putting the shea butter on my hair as well as detangling my hair with a comb. 2 reasons for that as well. Reason number 1, I lost my Denman brush. Reason number 2, you know how whenever you're trying to get a big afro, most times people will use a pick or a wide tooth comb to get their hair to be bigger. The comb kind of worked out in the same type of way. And now that my hair is big, I kind of want to do a puff. I know. But again, this is one of the lazy holiday glam looks. So I feel like the puff is every natural hair lazy, no. So I feel like the puff is every natural girl's lazy hairstyle that they go to. And I know it's definitely mine. Oh God, come on Lash. I know that the puff is definitely my go-to hairstyle whenever I'm feeling lazy, and my hair actually looks good right now for a puff. No scissors, all right. Today I'm going to be using Murray's Superior Pomade. I got this at Sally's. It was probably $2, $3. I like using this to just slick my hair up or just slick it in whatever style that I'm doing. You can either use this or you can use edge control, but no matter what set style I do, I always go behind the pomade or edge control with Eco Styler gel. You could probably also use flaxseed gel too if you have some. Lord, we gotta warm this bad boy up. My edges is about to fall off. Oh yeah, the reason why I'm doing my edges before I do my ponytail is because if you were to do your edges after you do your puff and your ponytail, it's not really realistic to try to like comb your edges after it's already like slicked up into a ponytail, because then you're gonna risk like breaking your hair, and nobody really wants that. So I would highly recommend you guys styling your edges before the ponytail and then going behind it afterwards and fixing it up. Lately, I've been designing my edges differently, and I know a lot of you guys really like how I do my edges, so I thought that since the hairstyle is so simple, I'll kind of do an in-depth edges tutorial for you guys. If you guys have ever seen me do my edges before, you guys know I do like a lot of little swoops, but you also will know that my baby hairs are really long. Like I think they go about like right here, so it's kind of hard to do like the little baby hairs and let them curl up the way that I want them to look. So I have a cheat for you guys. What I like to do is I'll take a rat tail comb like this, and then I will find some of my edges and I will part them out, get some more of the pomade that I'm using, and I'd really just start to frame my edges by using this. Once I get to this point, I will also go in behind it with my Eco Styler gel. And the reason for that is that the pomade, like it doesn't hold it down the way that I need it to in order for it to last. So with Eco Styler gel, it works amazingly on my hair. And I know a lot of people have mixed reviews about it or mixed feelings, but again, it's my hair. The next step is going to be getting a broken headband like so. I get mine at Walmart, and I think they come in a pack of either 3 or 6. I'll put everything down in the description box like I said, but what you want to do is you want to take the headband, put it around your edges. I've already done a full tutorial on this, so this is just like, this is the exact same hairstyle, I promise you guys. So you want to take the headband, get it around all of your hair. You know the part like whenever you're tying your shoe, before you do like the bunny ear part, like the part where you put one string underneath the other one, that's all I'm doing right now. And then I'm going to pull it as tight as I can, as well as scooting the headband up so I can get it into that high puff like I want. That was probably a horrible explanation, but pretty much tie it and pull it into a puff. Whew. That was a struggle. Another tip that I will recommend for getting your puff as big as possible is to not drench your hair in water, because whenever you drench it, it's gonna like be weighed down and then your hair is more susceptible to curling back up. And you don't really want your hair to curl and shrink back up whenever you're trying to get a volumized style like this, because it's just not gonna work. Also, if you want to go back in and fluff out your hair, you can do so with either a pick or a comb like you see me doing. I did all that hard work on my edges and y'all can't even see them. It's time to stun on them now. Gotta put my hoops in. I didn't really like the way that my puff was sitting when I had it pulled up in front of my face, so I decided to push the ponytail holder back a little bit, and now you can see my edges. I just love this hairstyle. Like, whenever you do it right, it always turns out bomb. It's so pretty. This brings it to the end of the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you guys like the hair and makeup tutorials together, leave comments down below and let me know if you guys will want me to start doing those together. Before you leave, don't forget to follow me on all of my social media platforms. The name is going to be somewhere on the screen. A lot of times I am more active on Instagram than I am on YouTube. I really want to start getting back into creating videos and just dumping them out for you guys. I gotta find some inspiration. Thanks again for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.